I would have looked enhanced without steroids if I would have just learned this one particular thing. This is the ultimate symbol when it comes to fitness. It's about looking enhanced while being absolutely 100% natural. Let's get in today's video, baby. You're probably thinking, why? Why do I need to put on the pump cover? I'll tell you exactly why. To tuck in like absolute gentlemen, because here on this page, we're here to bring back class back to a space that has gone absolutely soulless. So we got to hit the tuck in, hit them like a gentleman, tank top into the shorts. But weighted pull-ups is one of the greatest movements you could get obscenely strong in because you're strong with your body weight. It actually takes care of a lot of issues that when it comes to fat loss and muscle growth, people think you have to segment them off. Bulk time, cut time. This is absolute bullshit. You can absolutely do both at the same time. I've been doing it for years. And part of it is getting stronger in certain movements, especially with your body weight. The way I do it and set it up is a little bit different than most. I like using it as one of the first movements I do inside the gym. So let me show you how I like to set it up. Okay, all right, let's walk this over. All right, so what I like to do to start this sucker off is I like to go for strength. And the way that I operate in strength isn't necessarily the 4 or 5 rep range, it's actually more so 2 to 3. The way you want to set this up is through also proper warm up. But what's great about weighted pull-ups, it's very difficult to hurt yourself on weighted pull-ups. Weighted dips, different little bit of a ball game, but that's why I think weighted pull-ups are the best, is because not only is it enhancing your mobility, but it's strength in a real way. You're talking about obscene muscle growth in a way that's actually going to strengthen your joints. And without having to worry, am I going to injure myself? That's a very difficult thing to find, and that's why I love it, because even for physical performance, it's absolutely spectacular. So what I like to do, maybe start off with about half of my top set, get a couple reps in just to get warmed up. And the reason why we want to start with is because our central nervous system is at our most fresh. So what I'll do, now going into the top set, here we go, drop, hang, let my legs go, boom. And you don't have to pause at the bottom like I do, but I feel like it today. And you take it to complete failure like a man. Now what I like to do is maybe 2-3 sets max with just like that, focus on strength. So my breaks are usually about 3 minutes or so. My goal is just to be at full capacity so I can come back in and possibly even beat what I did prior. Very difficult to do if you're actually coming in precise. You'll feel yourself getting maybe a bit weaker, but if you notice on that first set, you're like, man, I feel like I had more, but just my body wouldn't let me go up. That's what that second and third set is for. Your goal is to be breaking PRs, right? But notice the cadence. I wasn't sloppy with my form whatsoever. I'm not gonna try to get sloppy. And the thing is you can mix up your grips. You can go chin ups. I know someone's gonna be like, it's chin ups, bro, technically. You know what I mean? Hanging off a bar, pulling yourself up, okay? But mix up your grips. Go super wide, go wide neutral, go neutral close, a little bit more supinated. Play around with the grips. It's all gonna be the same. And then the way I like to do it when I drop off on the very, very last set is I actually like to go for reps, because then it sets me up for the muscle growth portion of the rest of my day. So I'll do is I'll usually drop the weight by about half, because usually I have a couple plates or 3 plates or something like that. And what I like to do on that drop is actually play with a different grip. You know something? I told you guys we keep it class, right? Talking like an absolute gentleman, but you know, I'm not gonna lie. Hitting some pull-ups, you know, I deserve this. I'm working hard out here. Diet's locked in. I deserve to do pull-ups. This is the setup. We have it here for a reason, boys. You gotta sometimes just bro out a little bit. So I'm gonna go wide neutral on this one. And that way. And you take it to complete failure like a man. All right, let's put it back on. Let's wrap this sucker up. And there you have it, boys. Done. Coming back with the tuck-in, keeping it absolutely classy. But truthfully, you get very strong with your body weight. This is the ultimate foundation. I am not kidding. Once I started actually doing this and stopped focus on optimal exercises and stuff with weights and isolation, everything started to change. That isolation, I want you to think of it as a fire. You can put all the fuel you want on wet logs, but that's all you're gonna end up with. But if you have a fire, and then you put the fuel on top, it compounds. Right now you have a big fire. But without that fire there in the first place, it means fuck all. And I mean that. It learned me way too long. It took me way too long to learn this stuff. And it's so obvious, right? But then it's about setting up your workout in a way to where we're targeting each part of the muscle that we're aiming to work out. For example, today, it's a little bit of a weird one. I'm actually gonna smash biceps today and finish off with back because I already have a main back day. But I like to start off with weighted pull-ups because it's more of a back movement, and biceps are a small, they're a small exercise. Biceps, they're a small muscle. You get what I'm saying? So what I like to do is almost focus on a big back movement that also touches my biceps as well. And then I'll obviously do more majority, like touch my short head, long head, and then my brachialis, okay? That's exactly how I do it personally, but this is the foundation. I'm not kidding. Once I really started implementing this, it made the world of a difference because it's full body intensive with obviously more emphasis on certain parts of the muscles. But I'm telling you right now, this is going to change the game for you. Someone's gonna be like, oh, that's it, bro, weighted pull-ups. Obviously, there's more to this equation. But when this is the foundation, everything comes downhill. Another thing before I leave, before we wrap this up, this is really important. If you're in phenomenal shape, congratulations, or you're getting into phenomenal shape, this is huge. This is what for me started all of the good things that happened in my life. Because it teaches you a lot of stuff, man. Like the idea of showing up day in and day out, and you're like, I really don't feel like doing this. You know, today's one of those days for me, especially. You know, it's just been really heavy with work stuff, but it's always the thing I pull on that just allows my mind to be calloused. And then I allow my health and what I've built up inside the gym and through my training and through my diet to bleed over into all other areas of my life. I'm telling you right now, man, it makes such a world of a difference when you allow it to bleed in other areas versus thinking, I want to be ripped. Okay, I want to have money. And then I want to, it should be all one, man. You should be literally carrying with all one. You're ruining the process. It's meant to find your rhythm, the way you like to operate, the way you like to move. It's not always easy, but this is one of the few levers I pull on to where everything else falls in line. Even my decision making, I'm so much sharper. Please, if that's you, I used to cope behind lifting all the time, and it's super important to get in that type of shape, but it's not enough to just let it stay there. Because stagnation, no matter how high you go, is a place that no dude likes to be in. But regardless, I appreciate watching this video. Hope this is well worth your time. If there's anything you guys want specifically, please let me know down in the comments. I read them all. Let me make sure I'm giving you guys what you want. We're here to absolutely bro out, you know what I mean? Get you to exactly where you want to go. This is phase one of the process, is getting your fitness, your diet, your energy, your confidence, your charisma, your ability to articulate yourself, all of these things, man. This is what it's for. Once you build that up, makes it a lot easier to go and do the money portion of this. And if you guys are interested in that, I do have a second channel on that stuff that goes into it more in depth. But if you're at stage one, stick around here, take you through everything, go past through all the previous videos. I have an absolute encyclopedia on this stuff, right? So I wanna make sure I'm giving you guys stuff that you actually want. Super, super helpful. Regardless, I love you guys. From Uncle Rami to the Natural Crusaders, to my boys in Crusadia, I love you more than you know. You guys already know this. First ever digital nation. We're here to take over, and I'm so pumped. Anyways, I love you guys. Uncle Rami out. Peace.